We're all familiar with failure. That warm, uncomfortable feeling in the pit of our stomach slowly making its way up to the back of our necks. The feeling of disappointment in yourself, regret, right? Maybe even the looks of disappointment on the faces of your boss, your loved ones, your family, your parents. Replaying that same scene over and over in your brain, just wishing that you could have done something different or you could have said something different. Maybe as I'm speaking right now, you're already having that moment in your head. The reason why we fear failure is because we associate failure with these feelings of disappointment, regret, and comfort. And so the next time when we meet with a similar challenge, we decide, no, I don't want to feel those feelings. And we try to not take up that challenge because we fear failure. Now let's go a little bit deeper into why we fear failure in the first place. The reason why we fear failure is because we are afraid of hurting our ego. Okay, we're afraid of hurting our ego. We're afraid that if we fail, it's evidence that we're not good enough, we're not skilled enough. And so we avoid riskier challenges just so that we can protect our ego. We can tell ourselves, hey, I'm good enough. I remember when I was in year 1 of university, I already had 3 years of emceeing experience. There was one assignment where I had to go to the front of the class, pick up a topic in a mystery bag, and give a speech. When it was my turn, I felt that familiar feeling of uncomfort. And slowly that warm feeling, at the pit of your stomach, slowly goes up to the back of your head, and my whole entire face was flushed. And as I was standing up, all my classmates were saying, MC Rae, MC Rae. And so I told myself, okay, Rae, you cannot do badly. You cannot do badly, right? You have experience in this, you cannot do badly. So I stood up, and every step I made that was closer to the front of the class, I could feel the coldness of the air conditioning at the back of my neck. And I could feel my throat slowly getting drier and my face slowly becoming more flushed. And in my brain, the only thing I'm telling myself is, okay, do not do badly, do not do badly, do not do badly. Say something good. So I went to the front of the class, I took the mystery topic out of the bag, and I went blank. My brain went blank. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay. I have 30 more seconds. 1 whole minute. And my teacher was saying, Rae, time's up, you gotta speak. And I was like, okay. Give me a while, just 10 more seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds. 1 minute, 20 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. 2 minutes. Not a single word came out of my mouth. And I remember after that day, I went back and I was replaying that same scene over and over in my head. I just wish I could have said something differently. Wish I could do something differently. And I felt so terrible for doing terribly at that one skill that I pride myself in, speaking. And every single time after that, after that incident, where I had to take up an MC event or I had to do a speaking gig without using a script, I was like, no, I can't, I'm not ready. And this brings me to my first point. Avoid making any single aspect of your identity an overwhelming portion of who you are. And this is something that I read in Atomic Habits. When you let yourself be defined by your profession or your talent or that one skill, when you meet with temporary failure, of course you're going to let your ego get hurt because you define yourself by that one thing. You're not just an extraordinary coach or a great businessman or a great architect or a great engineer. You're also a loving husband or wife, a loving daughter or son, an inspiring leader, a caring friend. You're all those things. So remember to pay attention to those aspects as well. Number 2, understand why you do what you do. Whether you're an extraordinary accountant, coach, teacher, cook, chef, anything, ask yourself, Why do you do what you do? Is it because you want to feel validated and important? Or are you looking to, use your profession as a platform to add value and to serve others with your God-given talents and abilities? When you start to see what you do as a form of service onto others, you stop taking failure personally, right? You start to see how you can add more value to others instead of how you can validate yourself. And last but not least, understand that failure is necessary for growth. When you focus on serving others, you start to focus your attention on improving your craft, improving your skill, and improving your flexibility. When you keep your eyes on the bigger picture, you start to see failure as simply a feedback tool, telling you which aspects you need to improve on. Failure is, you can't grow if you don't fail. I mean, for me, if I want to be a good speaker, I can't just be watching videos about speaking, researching about speaking, reading books about speaking. I actually need to go out there to speak. I need to go out there and embrace the insecurity, the risk, the uncertainty, the fear, in order for me to take action and then fail, and then use failure as a tool for me to know how to improve. When you start to realize that failure is necessary for growth, you will expect failure. Now, I don't post this video because I love talking to a camera and having lights shine on my face. I post this video because this is a conversation. What is your aha moment after watching this video? What is one fear that you have struggled with for the longest of time, and after today you're telling yourself, no, I won't get shackled by these fears anymore? How do you overcome your fear of failure? Leave it down in the comments below. Take 2 minutes of your day to write it down, because what just might be 2 minutes of your time in writing a comment and sharing a little bit about your story could very well be the hope and the inspiration for someone else. Someone out there is reading. I'm reading.